Welcome to Nakiboli's Briefs, where we discuss matters, global economy, business, and leadership. Today we are going to review the impact of the Russia-Ukraine war on the global community. Russia, the largest country in the world, with a population of 140 million people, according to the statistics of 2020, and Ukraine, a very small country which is a member of the former USSR, the Soviet Union. Funny enough, Russia and Ukraine were all members of the USSR before it split up. Ukraine, a country with a population of only 44 million people according to the 2020 statistics, and a GDP of only 155 billion USD. You can't compare the GDP of Russia and Ukraine. Actually, the GDP of Ukraine is a tenth of Russia's. You can see, Russia can afford more tanks, more weapons, more jets. Actually, Russia has more war gadgets than Ukraine. Just compare, from the look of the economy, Russia is a big economy. Yes, how is this war going to affect Ukraine, Russia individually? Russia is going to be affected first economically. As a result of this war, we have seen many countries which are interlinked in the global trade and impose very painful sanctions on Russia. Russia is well known for being the biggest exporter of oil, petroleum oil. Actually, it accounts for more than 200 billion USD of Russia's exports to the global market. Germany, Belarus, Italy, the Netherlands depends on Russia for oil. What happens when the person who is the oxygen pipe for big countries like Russia, like Germany itself, Italy, gets into war that is going to interfere with international trade, exchange of very vital commodities like crude oil, gas, natural gas, wheat? Actually, the funny thing is Russia exports a lot of oil to China in the tunes of 50 billion USD. This must be a global war. Ukraine hosting so many students. We have seen so many evacuations from Ukraine by the Indian government. This means that Russia and Ukraine owe the world peace. And that is why we dissect this and we look at the lives that are being lost, the cash that is being lost. Look, recently, Russia has been degenerated from the SWIFT, a global messaging system for the bank that facilitates international trade. This will affect the economy of Russia. Russia's economy is going to drop. The 200 billion USD worth of exports are going to go down. The 50 billion USD worth of exports to China are going to go down, because once Russia is cut off from the SWIFT, we are going to have a big impact on international trade. Russia will not be able to export to Belarus, will not be trading in Germany, will not be trading in China, will not be trading with Italy. Look, Russia sending the exports to Germany depends on SWIFT. SWIFT has been cut off. The US is very bitter. Why are you fighting a small country? You give them the independence. Why? And this is why we have to be peaceful. This one teaches us that when there is war, the economy suffers, lives are lost, we have no peace. Now we're talking about climate change. Look, this one is going to inject a lot of hydrocarbons in the environment. When you fight, when you burn things, tankers, everything, we are going to suffer another climate problem. Now we need to do whatever we can so that even if it's a political solution, that Ukraine and Russia are peaceful. Thank you very much for following Nakiboli's talks.